quarter at the Superdome. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one 28 yards on the ground. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 out.
Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, the pass caught by Olave. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. Brings up 3rd and 8. Wilson. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Throwing is Wilson. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 2nd down, it's Morrison. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. The Falcons send out their punter. The back deep, Cooper Kupp. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And some room to run now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 33 and a first.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Falcons.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic, but the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On third down, Morrison. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Okay, right? Striker, 3-3. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Come on, set.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll run on first down. It's Morrison. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
2nd and 11. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. On play action, they'll throw. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now in the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go on 2nd and 12. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 26 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Wilson. Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
14, Roddy. You guys look. Hey, easy.
Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Good guys, slow down, slow down. Well. Tempo.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
It's the brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Morrison. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gotta go, in and out.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception. And I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down now, it's Morrison. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, anytime down here in the red zone that you can get a running back going lateral to the line of scrimmage, that's a plus for the defense. We all hear about the offensive guys saying, get north and south, get upfield. They didn't allow it at all on that play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for the Saints.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Got it, got it, got it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Set, ready.
They'll look to throw here. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. It's caught by OBJ. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. Away and incomplete.
Intended for his running back. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Falcons.
Up the middle they go.
Morrison.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Already a pair of third-down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third-down try. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
To throw again on second down. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Wilson will throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Second and 9 now. DeAndre Hopkins
He's making the catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Morrison. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.